Hank Williams Sr. was a legendary American singer, songwriter, and musician who left a lasting mark on country music. He is regarded as one of the most significant and influential American singers of all time. Born in Mount Olive, Alabama on September 17, 1923, he displayed remarkable talent at a young age. Williams recorded 55 singles that reached the top 10 of the Billboard country chart. 12 reached number 1. Williams' hits like Your Cheating Heart and I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry became enduring classics. Despite a tragically short life marked by personal struggles and health issues, his impact on country music was profound, earning him a spot in the Country Music Hall of Fame and influencing artists across generations. We are huge country music fans and Hank Williams fans, so we knew that we had to stop by to pay our respects to Hank Williams when going through Montgomery, Alabama.
Hank Williams is buried in the Oakwood Cemetery Annex in Montgomery, Alabama. Hank Williams died January 1st, 1953, in the back seat of his Cadillac. Williams was scheduled to perform at the Municipal Auditorium in Charleston, West Virginia on December 31st, 1952. That day, Williams could not fly because of a snowstorm in the Montgomery area. He hired a college student, Charles Carr, to drive him to the concerts. On December 30th, Williams and Carr stopped at the Redmond Hotel in Birmingham, Alabama. The following morning, they continued to Fort Payne and then to Knoxville, Tennessee. Williams and his driver then took a flight to Charleston, but the plane returned to the Knoxville area due to bad weather. Back in Knoxville, the two arrived at the Andrew Johnson Hotel, and Carr requested a doctor for Williams, who was affected by the combination of the chloral hydrate and alcohol he had consumed on the way to Knoxville. Dr. P.H. Cardwell injected Williams with 2 shots of vitamin B12 that also contained a quarter grain of morphine. Carr and Williams checked out of the hotel, but the porters had to carry Williams to the car. Carr later mentioned that Williams had severe hiccups, while the porter said that he had made a coughing sound twice. Carr spoke with Toby Marshall on the phone, who informed him on behalf of the tour's promoters, A.B. Bamford, that the show in Charleston was canceled, and he ordered him instead to drive Williams to Canton, Ohio, for a New Year's Day concert there. Around midnight on January 1st, 1953, the two crossed the Tennessee state line and arrived in Bristol, Virginia. Carr stopped at a small all-night restaurant and asked for a relief driver from a local taxi company, as he felt exhausted after driving for 20 hours. Driver Don Surface left the restaurant with Carr and Williams. They drove on until they stopped for fuel and coffee at a gas station in Oak Hill, West Virginia, where they realized that Williams had been dead for so long that rigor mortis had already set in.
Hank's granite grave is embellished with musical notes, carvings of his guitar and boots, references to the most popular songs, and a sculpture of his cowboy hat. Luke the Drifter, Hank's pseudonym, is carved below the cowboy hat. You notice in the pictures that the graves are surrounded by astroturf, not grass. Audrey Williams, Hank's first wife and mother of Hank Williams Jr., is buried beside him. Audrey was not originally buried next to Hank, but in 1983, Hank Williams Jr. and Hank Williams' stepdaughter had Audrey's body exhumed and buried in the current location next to Hank.
If you would like to stop and pay your respects to one of the greatest country singers of all time, this cemetery is just a short drive off of Interstate 85 in Montgomery, Alabama. We hope you enjoyed seeing Hank's gravesite as much as we did. We learned so many interesting facts about this legend as we put this video together. If you like this video, in the words of Hank Williams, move it on over and hit that subscribe button.